Well, guys, bunch of new comics coming out this week, so it's time to take a look at the slate so I can tell you what I'm getting. What's up, guys? BJ Kicks here. I buy comics, I read them, and I review them. All for your viewing pleasure, so if you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. On this channel, I talk about comic books, the stuff that I'm buying, what I'm reading, books I review. So hopefully you are interested in comic books and that's why you're here. And if so, you should definitely hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss out when new videos of mine go live. Man, so sorry for this installment of what I'm getting coming so late. I'm still recovering from the plague. And so yeah, it's been a crazy week. So I've been resting up and now it's time to look forward to new comics coming out this week. I always like to start these lists with the book that I am most excited for. Before I do that, though, shout out to the place that I'm going to go and pick up every single one of these books, and that is Ultimate Comics. Now, you guys already know. Ultimate Comics Reilly is my LCS, but they've got 4 locations in the Raleigh-Durham area, and you can go shop in any of them to your heart's content. And if you're not local to this area, then no worries. You can actually shop online at ultimatecomics.com or on their Facebook live show twice a week, every Tuesday and Thursday. So thank you so much to Ultimate Comics for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get into this list. And like I said, I like to talk about the book that I'm most excited for first. And this week, that is The Scorched, #1. The Scorched, it's basically the last pillar in Todd McFarlane's new Spawn universe. Now, this is not being written by Todd McFarlane. This is being written by Sean Lewis, drop my pen, with art by Steven Segovia, who you may recognize from the last few issues of I Am Batman over at DC Comics. But this is a team book. The team leader is She-Spawn, but we got regular Spawn, we got Gunslinger Spawn, Medieval Spawn, the Redeemer, all making an appearance on this team. If you ever needed a Spawn Justice League, then you got it. And this is probably going to end up being my favorite out of the Spawn's universe titles for reasons that make no sense, but it's going to be fun. So this one's got a cover price of $5.99. The cover I'm showing you is the Brett Booth cover B. Because that one's my favorite and it connects to the other Brett Booth covers for #1s in the Spawn's universe. There's a lot of good covers though. I love the McFarlane cover. I love the Ryan Stegman cover that Greg Capullo's got. There's a lot of good covers. So just go to the shop, stare long and hard, and then figure out which one you want or pre-order it because you should be doing that. But anyway, cover price is $5.99. I'm getting cover B. And that's actually the only indie book on my list this week. So my indie books are going to cost me $6. Let's talk about Marvel Comics. So next up, or first up from Marvel Comics is The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 85. Amazing Spider-Man. It's been such a weird up and down for me because the series is great. Like as a whole, I think the Spider-Man line or the Spider-Man title is in a good place, but there's filler. There's obvious filler there. The book's coming out weekly when I feel like bi-weekly would be fine. Like so every issue matters, yet sometimes it feels like nothing is happening to really move the story forward. But it's cool because there's always action. Like there's always enough action to just keep you involved. That's how this whole Beyond saga has gone so far. That's how I felt about it. The issues average like a 7 out of 10, which is good. But yeah, it's interesting. But anyway, this time around, Cody Ziegler is writing and Paco Medina's on artwork. We got Ben Reilly versus Doc Ock. That's going to be an interesting fight. So we'll see how that goes. It's got a cover price of $3.99. I'm getting cover A. And next up from Marvel Comics is a book that I am much easier, or it's much easier for me to endorse, right? This is Dark Ages #4, written by Tom Taylor, art by Ivan Coelho. This book is just dope. I mean, it's another Tom Taylor Elseworlds. when you say that, it sounds like there's a formula and it's like it'll get boring after a while. It doesn't. It's just an exciting book with high stakes, with great pacing, with an unpredictable storyline. And I mean, that's kind of the epitome of what comics are about, right? And it's got really, really great artwork to go on top of all that. So Dark Ages #4 is out this week. I'm excited about it. It's got a cover price of $3.99. I'm getting cover A. And the last book on my Marvel Comics pull list this week is the final book in the Marauders saga. This is Marauders issue number 27 with words by Jerry Duggan. Somebody tell me how you say Jerry Duggan's name. And words by Jerry Duggan. I don't remember who's doing the art. Honestly, the art has fallen off over the last several issues. So it's a book to wrap up the run. They're going to relaunch everything in like a month. So does it matter? Yes, to me, because I don't want a broken up run. So there's your endorsement. It's got a cover price of $4.99. I'm getting cover A. And that's my Marvel pull list. So if I just stick to the list, my Marvel comics are going to cost me $13, and we're sitting at a nice even $19 so far. Not bad at all. So let's go down to DC Comics and see what they're selling this week. First up, funny enough, every book that DC is releasing is Batman related. Not just the ones on my pull list, like literally all of them this week. That's crazy. Can we get like a Green Arrow series or something? We have a Green Arrow mini. Can we get a Hawkman ongoing? That'd be dope. That'd be dope. We had that, and then they canceled it. Anyway, let's look at the DC Comic Slate. This week, I'm grabbing Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries, issue number 10. Again, this book has no business being as fun as it is, but it is as fun as it is, and it's only got a cover price of $2.99, so why not buy it? There's only 3 issues left in the run, and again, it's fun when you need an escape from all the dark brooding going on in Gotham, since clearly every DC book is in Gotham. Sometimes you need something lighthearted. A nice, Oliver Queen book would do the trick, but instead we got Shaggy and Scooby. They're green. So, Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries number 10. Cover price of $2.99. I'm getting cover A. And not lastly, there's more books. Next up is Detective Comics issue number 1048. So we are fully inside this whole Shadows of the Bat saga. The Arkham Tower exploded. An unexpected person died in the first installment of this 12-part series. So I'm curious to see how the Bat family starts picking up the pieces and how do we figure out who the big bad is. But yeah, I'm curious to figure out who the big bad is and how the Bat family is going to take them down. Now we got to talk about these covers, right? So this is the cover A that you're seeing on the screen right now, but Lee Bermejo is doing these B covers. He's been doing B covers on Detective Comics for like at least 2 years now. They're always great. But this next run of Lee Bermejo Detective Comics covers is like amazing, with this one being my favorite out of the bunch. So I'm definitely going for the cover B this time around. But it's kind of a misleading because Batman, spoiler alert, is not showing up in this series, at least not at the beginning. So all these great Batman poses, what is it? What do we call it? Is it a bait and switch? I wanted to say clickbait, but that's not, you don't click on comics, you buy them. But anyway, Detective Comics 1048, Mariko Tamaki is doing a great job with the story. The art by Ivan Reyes was amazing last issue. They've earned my money for this week. It's got a cover price of $4.99. I'm getting cover B. That's going to cost me an extra $1. Next up is I Am Batman issue number 5. I Am Batman, written by John Ridley. Like I said, the artwork, I don't know who's doing the art this issue. Ken Lashley's taken over as of issue 6. But this book has finally found a stride. I feel like John Ridley has finally found a story or a sort of hook for Jace Fox's character. And I'm enjoying where the series has been going over the last several issues, basically since I Am Batman started. So I'm excited to see how this goes. I know that he's going to be moving out of Gotham soon, and I think the series will really hit a new stride when that happens. But until then, I'm down for the ride. It's got a cover price of $3.99. I'm getting cover A. It's by Ken Lashley. And lastly, the last book on my DC Comics pull list this week is The Joker, issue number 11. Now, the Joker, I did this thing where I was like, you know what? I'm reading every book on my pull list at the end of December, so I'm not carrying anything over from the reading pile. I forgot about Joker, so I got to go binge read Joker and see how James Tynion is going to wrap up these last 4 issues, because I believe he's off as of issue 14. But it's been an interesting enough story so far. I mean, it's not really a Joker story. I seem to be getting away from itself at times, so we'll see. We'll see if he sticks to landing. It's got a cover price of $5.99 for some reason. I'm getting cover A. And that's it for the DC Comics pull list. So if I just stick to the list, my books are going to cost me $18 this week. Not bad. Not a bad week for DC. You guys know they tend to run my wallet. So as long as I just stick to the list, don't buy a bunch of crazy variants and stuff, then my grand total this week is just going to be $37. And hey, 2 weeks in a row, we're under budget by like $10. I can live with that. So yeah, that's my list. I'm actually excited because this week I'm under budget for the second week in a row. And I know that's going to change coming up next week. Now, if you are looking for the full list of comic book releases, I mean, from the super tiniest of indie publishers all the way up to like everything that I don't buy that clearly interests other people, go to comicsaredope.com. Every single Sunday, I put the full list of new releases up there. Collected editions, graphic novels, it's all there. And while you're there, you can sign up for my newsletter. It's called This Week in Comics, where I send you an email every Monday letting you know which books are on FOC and giving you a little bit of comic book news that you might have missed out on from the week before. So sign up there. Links are in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I want to know what's on your pull list, so let me know in the comments of this video, and I'll see you in the next one very soon. Till then, I hope you saw something you liked. If not, hey, that's cool. So you can always buy what you like. Just make sure you read what you buy and be nice to others, because kindness makes the world go round. Peace.